Right, hello, good morning. Yeah, so like yesterday, the last part of the stream was really to go and fix something. Let's go and see here. Let's see. Oh, so it's sync. Oh, this is interesting. What was the syncing part? Oh. Okay, cancel. Okay, this was new to me. So let's just remove these comments. And then let's go in and... Oh. What are these changes? Wait. How do I reset to remote? Can I do that? Yeah, this was confusing. I didn't know it would actually keep state. That's weird. Is there like a... No, there's no terminal either. What is this state? Well, I guess we can just revert them. And then we sync. There we go. Okay, interesting. Anyways, so what we changed is this part where on the client, the way it mounts is that we bring in the individual services and then we pass them into the app or the app state. Oh, but we don't need... Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Because the way we pass the JSON data now is that we send it as as a div of initial data, and then to prevent hydration issues, we kind of stringify the data again. That's weird. There must be a better way to do that. Anyways, so we have the same thing here. We just set up all the services, same server versions of the services, but then we preload them. And then it's like the same thing. Like the app is only using the services, and they have a shared public interface. And that means that the app just renders. But we need to change how we do this. Maybe we could look at that first. I don't like how we do that thing. Cool. Yeah, let's look at that first. And also, I wonder why it says needs input here. That's really annoying. Because I merged the thing. It doesn't need any input. So I kind of have to go in and archive them. Hello, good morning. So I was looking at the code, and I don't like the way we do hydration and rehydration of the server-side data. We kind of use this like div element that's hidden, but it's just really, really weird that to avoid any like actual HTML rehydration issues, that we also have to like stringify and add the data into the div when we render on the client, which is really, really weird. So I want to find a different approach to this. Could you help me out with that? And let's bring in Opus so we get a good solution for this. Yeah, and then I thought maybe we can start doing things in parallel here now. So I want to make some changes to the UX here. First of all, I'm noticing that, yeah, maybe we should take a look first. what do I actually want to change. This is a branch. Yeah, this is the app. So what do we want to change here? So I think we're gonna change the name of it. Maybe we can do that first. I want to change the name of it. I want to. Okay, let's create a list here. Rename to Claude in the cloud. It's kind of become a thing. And then focus title automatically. And then we're writing, we can do publish, we can go back. And I think my article something. And if I go back here, it's like a draft, that's good. But when I edit, yeah, I find it to be, well, first of all, it's in the footer. I don't like that. I think we need this to be at the top. And Q to go back doesn't work. On desktop, move edit and delete to the top. Remove Q to go back. Then this is fine, I guess, for editing. It's weird that you have to do, yeah. When in edit, do not navigate back with but esc. Also allow hitting esc. And then delete. This is fine. But it looks a little bit weird. How should we do this? Yeah. When deleting, show the delete text in brighter color. Yeah, I think that's fine. So if we make those changes, it's going to feel a little bit better. Also, the minutes of read time, let's remove that. Remove number of minutes to read. These are going to be short articles anyways. And after this one, we're going to implement like a markdown-ish kind of editor. So we have some syntax highlighting and things like that. Yeah, remove number of minutes read and put draft there, draft indication there instead. Cool. And then we also know that when we load the articles on the first page, it's going to load the full body. We don't want that. We do not want that. But we can do that as a separate step. So we can do a separate step will be like optimizing loading and stuff like that. And then we're also going to change the editor. That can be a separate step. Yeah, and I have to edit it to change draft or publish. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, it's also something about like if you want to navigate. The thing is that these articles can be longer, right? So you don't want to like scroll to the bottom to like go back. It feels a bit weird. Yeah, I guess that's the case for anything. Like you would use the back button. Yeah. Okay, let's just keep it there. But then, yeah. And then also draft and publish should also be moved to the top. Move draft and publish to the top, like edit and delete. Okay, let's take a round on this first. Okay, so we're gonna make some general changes to the UI and UX here. So here is a list of things I want to change. Yeah, please go at it. And let me know if you have any questions, if there's any ambiguity on any of this. Cool. And then we're gonna fire up another one. So we have a few interesting things in this project. So the project itself is actually about how the project is built. It's gonna be like a series of posts related to how to use Claude in the cloud. And there are many things to look at here, and I need some help to find some individual posts that I can write about the subject. So one thing is like, how do you actually get to run Claude in the cloud, like from the perspective of the desktop application? Then there's another article about how to configure the environment, how to configure secrets. Then there are articles more about how do you set up like application previews, for example, using Vercel. How do you write instructions for Claude to understand your project? How do you write your code in such a way that makes it testable, verifiable, basically good code architecture? Then we have posts about how to validate UI without having to navigate a browser. We also have the use not using frameworks, like the cost of using frameworks, meaning that it's harder for Claude to reason about novel frameworks and having to depend on a lot of documentation versus using more fundamental, low-level, long-lived libraries and projects and the programming language itself, and rather you write, like creating your own framework, basically. That's another post. And yeah. And then I was wondering if you could look at kind of the code in the project here, and if you can come up with any other kinds of posts we could write within this space. Cool. Let's see. So, good morning. Let me first confirm the branch. Hey, didn't we fix that? Why are you first confirming the branch? We changed that. Skills. What? Confirm. Oh, tell the user the active branch. Okay, we don't need that. Okay, interesting. Now let me look at the HTML template to understand where root and the hidden div lives inside a React tree. That's a single fact forces everything else because React owns the node during the root cause server data shouldn't be part of the React tree at all. exactly. Move the payload out of root and write it directly to the HTML stream as a sibling using a script type application tag. React never. Yeah, that's what you typically do. Yeah, exactly. This is what I would expect. So let's do this refactor, please. How should Claude in the cloud replace the current naming? Today the title bar shows Kristen. Yeah. Oh, that's it. Cool. Yeah, is it? Can I like navigate? No. That's better. Okay, let's look at the plan. It's very verbose plans. I don't quite like that. And I want to, yeah, let's do another. Okay. Tag, JSON script tag, a sibling of root. The browser neither executes nor renders it, and because it lives outside React's hydration never touches it. Injection point, escaping to text node escapes, so the hidden div is accidentally. Okay. Okay, cool. Go, go, go. Let us go in and actually we do not need to validate the branch. All sessions starts with a new up-to-date branch. And then we had the other thing, which was planning. I feel like it's way too verbose. I want these considerations to rather be a list, a bullet list. Yeah, there's something about, I don't know, something about just blobs of text when you want to like have an organized perspective on something. Cool. And then I also want to visit this one. Okay. So this is only if the plan actually exists. We should really only evaluate how well the agent used its tools and followed its instructions. independently of the agent process review. What I think is that like Copilot in this context is heavily like instructed to do code comments. We should really tell Copilot to comment where the agent was confused, was not able to use tools, or did not follow instructions. Correctly, does the code do what it claims? Yeah, this is fine. Okay, so let's run, copy that. Let's run a new one. Please go ahead and also, please go ahead and address these comments, please. Oh, look at this. Skills as workflows, not prompts. Okay, I don't love that title. Each skill is state machine the agent follows with a deliberate ordering. Yeah. Skills describes the process. Yeah. Okay, but that's good. Making AI work auditable. Yeah. Yeah, this one is a great one. The still session scram. Yeah, that should definitely be. Giving the agent its own production logs. Yeah. The session start by every cloud session starts identical. Fake services over network mocks. Yeah. Reactivity without. Yeah, I feel like it's a bit too specific, but this could be more. Like Redux isn't a bad choice in the sense that LLMs has a lot of training data on it. But the reason reactive or ReactX is beneficial is because there isn't any API. There's nothing to learn there. There's no APIs to understand. It's just object-oriented code. Yeah, strict layering. Yeah, I feel, yeah. We can change the names of these. Stories as one source of truth for test, screenshots, and dev. Yeah, this is great. 2 component trees instead of responsive design. Yeah, that's more of a general thing, I think. Yeah, and this would be, I think this would be more how to like not go the framework. Oh shit, what happened there? Not go the framework path. Okay, but these are fine inspirations. We're not going to write the articles on the stream. I'm going to try to like write them myself, and then we'll see. To comment where the agent was confused, couldn't use it all, didn't follow instructions. Code review is now framed as independently. Yeah, remove the branch validation step. Sessions always start from fresh, up to date. Yeah, create a PR on this. Thanks. Okay, let's see if we have current behavior. Let's see if this actually works. So I guess that's good. There's no. Yeah, there's no errors, so that's good. I think we're gonna say that's good. Let's see what Copilot says before we yeah, and those are yeah, like can I just autofix? Oh, look at this. That's cool. Where was it? Server data hydration. Oh, so I have to just, oh, so it's interesting. Yeah, I wonder how this really works. Oh. Yeah, it's really cool that I can see the screenshots right here. Oh, hi JK. How are you? I think we can, let's just continue going here. So I've been thinking about changing out the editor for writing articles. I really want it to be, what's it called, TipTap or something, which is his markdown editor. But actually, I don't really want yeah, the thing is, I don't want it to convert so maybe that's not the correct thing. Let me tell you what I actually want first. So I want to actually write Markdown, and I want the users to read it as Markdown. But I want syntax highlighting. So if I write like a header, I want that to get a different color. But I want, for example, so I want a mix. So headers should stay as is. I want, for example, bullet points. They shouldn't be bullets. They should still be hyphens, but they should be indented, for example, when I write in the article or I write in the editor. I want code blocks to be styled and highlighted. So basically, I just want the freedom to choose how the markdown is actually transformed. Is there any tool that allows me to do that? Good. That's good. That is good. Where are you at now? Are you back in? No, did you move back? Or yeah, what's the state of things? Sorry, I can't remember. It's very funny. I have a hard time forgetting people, but I forget a lot of details about people. Let's see. Oh, we got some feedback here. Did it address it automatically? Yeah. That's really cool. Copilot is really helping out there, which is great. Do we have any? Yeah, let's merge this one. Cool. We're happy about that one. Okay. Yeah, it's confused about this HTML template thing. We might need to revisit that. Rename browser tab, desktop title bar, use blog editor now focus. Did it actually implement something? Are you able to show me the screenshots here? So I can see how things look? Oh, look at that. That is pretty cool. Ha! That is really, really cool. Except this one. Not sure what happened there. Yeah, and I can click it. So edit, delete up there. I think that makes sense. Draft and publish up there. Great. Claude in the cloud. Fine. Not sure. Oh, yeah, this is because it's a story. That's why it shows like this. Delete these posts. Yeah, that's brighter. Great. And then on mobile. This is really cool. Yeah, so I don't actually want to edit and delete on mobile. Okay, this looks really, really good. Though I actually don't want the user to be able to edit or delete on mobile. So we can just hide those buttons there. Yeah, let's see what Copilot says now. Yeah, you're back in India. How's life treating you? How is married life and everything? And remember, you're live. Let's see, server data hydration, article editor. The second one, but you can paint styling on top of it, color them, make the heading. It's the editor for this. Yeah, please do some research on how we can apply CodeMirror 6 here. And the things I have in my mind now is, as you already mentioned, I want certain, like the headers of markdown headers to be styled in a different color. I want, when I type in the editor, and typically when you do like a hyphen and a space, it kind of indents because you're going to do a list. I want that, but I don't want them to become bullets. I want them to stay as hyphens. And then if I do like backtick, and then like a language indication and hit enter, I want to like move into actual code mode and write code. So that's not going to show us the backticks. Yeah, those are the things that I have in my head now that we should be able to do. And then, yeah, later we can look at if I need screenshots and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a bigger thing. So, yeah, let's start that. Let's start there. Yeah, it's It's good. Yeah, it's good to hear. It's good to have someone. It's good to have a partner. Um, yeah, it's going well here as well. It's it's like with everything. It doesn't matter. Like everything's like relative. So I have my good days. I have my not so good days. I have frustrating moments with my partner and the kids. I have very enjoyable moments with my partner and the kids. Um, yeah, it's just, I think though I was talking to my mother yesterday, and like being in your 40s, early 40s, you still have, like Oscar is starting school after summer, so that's going to be a huge milestone. Like they change so much after they start school in terms of how the dynamics of the house, because they are way more like outside and with friends and aren't as dependent anymore. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works out. But anyways, early 40s, still small kids. It's intense. It really is. And I'm very curious about how how my 40s are going to be like, how it's going to change. But the thing is, what I've kind of settled with is that it doesn't really change my day-to-day experience. Because even though I do get more freedom, I'm still going to have shitty days and good days and all of that. Yeah, it's funny how we kind of crave change all the time. Yeah, it's almost summer here. At least this week, it feels like summer. Well, I guess for you it's not summer. It's more like very early spring for you, I guess. But for me, it's like summer. It's over 20 degrees. Early 30s. Let me think back. What did I do in my early 30s? Well, yeah, so early 30s. This was before we had the kids. Yeah, so Emma is almost 10. So I was like 32 when we got Emma. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Like, if you want to have kids, you should have them in your early 30s. No pressure. But it's like what I just said. Like when you get into your 40s, like a lot of things change in terms of like just your physical being. And it's really nice to get the kids out of the house before you hit 60. Like you want to have some years in your 50s when the kids hopefully have managed are on their own. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. And then get them close. Like don't get one kid, wait 6 years and get another one. Just get it over with. So yeah, wait like 2 years at the most if you want two of them. Because it's like we waited 4 years, and that's like if you're younger, you can wait longer. But yeah, if you're in your 30s, don't wait like 4 years. Because if you wait 2 or 4 years, they're gonna argue just as much. Yeah. Let's see. Where all review threads resolve both. Okay, fantastic. Can I merge here? No, I can't do that. That's interesting. Okay, cool. We are happy. Let's merge that one. Nothing left to do. Yeah, let's archive that one. Okay, great. Okay, all this looks great. Let's go ahead with it. Or is it all implemented already? Let's see what it said. Oh, some 48 degrees. That's intense. And yeah, you need to try to get your 50s for yourself, because that's kind of the search. Like, you still have pretty good health. Like, you have good health, right? Compared to where you're going. And you can kind of celebrate that you made it. Hopefully you have kids, or a kid that is ready to face the world, and you've been working a lot. So hopefully, like, you're at a place where you feel like senior and you're mastering your work, and you can share your knowledge with others. It's a very different way of working. Like, your 20s and 30s is a lot of grinding and a lot of learning. But then as you get older with more experience, it flips. It just calms down. You can do more mentoring, and your knowledge is the value. Is kind of the value. It's not the grind that's your value. It's your knowledge and experience and perspectives. And you're comfortable with getting paid, because that's also a transition of, like, moving towards that and feeling comfortable that that's what you're getting paid for, not the number of lines of code you write. That's a transition as well. Anyways, my point is, you're much more comfortable with yourself and your career in your 50s. Hopefully. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with AI and everything, but yeah, hopefully. Like, you should aim for that. Like, who knows what happens, but that it's a nice thing to aim for. Is this document is plain text? You decorated. The precisely free to choose headers in a different color. Easy lists, indent, but keep the hyphen. Code blocks, hide the fences, enter code mode, highlight most work. This is the involved one. Done with two mechanism matching how Obsidian style editors work. Hide the backticks. Walks the tree, finds the... Okay, cool. SSR must be must be client only. That's fine. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, server-side rendering is interesting. So first of all, the actual editing experience is client-side. You can't go into edit mode from a server-side render, so that's fine. But I was thinking maybe would it make sense that we just parse this ourselves for the server-side render, so that we don't actually use code mirror. We just make it look the same. That shouldn't be too hard, should it? Maybe there already is, I guess there already is a markdown parser, right? So we can, like, go from markdown to React components. Yeah, I like mark it or whatever. Can't remember, but we could use that to basically create the same look, but then we have server-side rendering and everything. Does that make sense? Fantastic. Let's set up a PR for this. Oh, that was a nice thing. If you didn't actually point to anything, it came up in a copyable thing. Yeah, yeah, it really does. And I had a lot of fun in my 20s. Like I loved what I was doing, and I was lucky to have the support from like colleagues and the people I was working with, and even like working with customers that kind of saw my passion and let me run with it. And I had a lot of late evenings in the office, not because I felt any pressure or anything like that. It was just really, really fun. And I was at the edge of what I was able to do, but I never felt like overwhelmed or stressed. Or I guess I had moments of that, but I had all the time in the world. Yeah, and then 30s begins, and you're like a bit like you have more experience, you're more settled, but still, like, career wise, it's still very open ended. Like, you haven't met your career highlights yet, I think. Well, like, everyone's different, of course, but then you get these freaking kids and yeah, it changes a lot. It's incredibly stressful the first years because everything's new, you're adjusting, you're trying to figure out everything. And then, depending on if and when you get the second one, you kind of go through the same thing. You're more confident, but like there's so many things to learn having two kids. And then some people go for 3 and 4 and 5, and I don't understand how they do it. But yeah, then you get to your 40s, and career-wise, you're definitely senior, have a lot of experience. You're more confident that, yeah, so the thing you have to learn with kids as well is that you have less time to actually do work. So I think that's the thing that forces you to understand that your value isn't the time you spend at work, it's the experience and the knowledge and how you affect the team in other ways than time spent. Because a lot of people feel very stressed about that. And it can create so much tension at home if you feel that you have to like put in the extra effort in terms of time, and that just doesn't work. You're on a very strict schedule when you have kids, depending on the dynamics of the relationship. Like, some people choose to have one parent at home, which is really the way to do it, because being a parent is a full-time job. But the problem is that we, as a society, we have a history of assuming which one of you should be at home, which is not fair. But if one really wants to be at home, that's amazing. But you'll lose out on a lot of stuff, I think. As hard as it is to have two people that has some career ambition and wants to work and combine it with raising kids, like, you don't have enough time. But what it does, it forces you to think about work as work, which is good. Because you're not gonna be there at the end thinking, I should have spent more time at work. Or my proudest achievements is this project I worked on. It's gonna be your family, your kids, your friends, all of that. Yeah, I am on Slack, or I'm on Discord as well. Are you on Discord, JK? Oh, we got some feedback here. Let's take a look at the thing first, and then we'll address the feedback. Or let's do this, and then... So we have some feedback from Copilot. Could you take a look? Right, I'll sign in. Oh, I put the draft there. That's fine. Cool. We have edit. Yeah, I guess that's fine. My test post. Oh, it says new post. That's a little bit weird. And there's something, yeah, I don't like. Oh, it's funny how this stays put, but the rest kind of, yeah, it's the, yeah, the buttons and the labels, they need to have the same height. No. Okay, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, how are we gonna fix that? It's kind of nice to have these things, but I think yeah, I think we're gonna drop that. Wait, what was the... I'll fetch, here's the Copilot. I think this is intentional. Yeah, that's intentional. Yeah, I agree with both points there. And we have another thing that we also need to fix, and that is we have like this draft indication, which is kind of like this label or tag type of UI. The problem with that is that we use it with text, and sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not there. And that means that it's going to make the UI jump. So I don't think we should make the tags can't be higher than text. So if there's still like some version of the tag that can visually be shown without making it like taller than a text line, that's great. If not, we should just drop like the border and the padding and the background thing on it. And just use like a color or something to indicate the tag. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Discord. What's my Discord? Yeah, I think you can find me. It's just Christian Alfone. That's my handle on Discord. Yeah, try to find me there. For the reader view, what should published headers and lists look like compared to the editor? Mirror the row markers exactly. Okay, but I think I have to drop off. Yeah, but this was nice. And it was nice that we kind of tried jumping into multiple sessions at the same time. I like that without like having work trees. Oh, look at that. I have a request. Pending. JK. Shared letter grammar plus one cell gives you the identical. Perfect. Let's plan this out. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oops, sorry. Please continue. Yeah, we're not gonna finish the editor. It's gonna take a few iterations, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream and then I'm gonna merge the changes and I'm gonna start writing up my first article on this and see how that feels like. And then, yeah, I'm kind of pumped about this. I think it's a good thing to do. Like have some dedicated source of talking about using. Well, I would love to talk about agents in the cloud, but since it's so finicky to get them working, let's just focus on Claude. Yeah. Yep. Cool. Nice talking to you, JK. We'll speak soon. Oh, look at this. Yeah, that's nice. Yep. Bye-bye.